we've got problems off of turn number 2. A couple of cars getting together. One of them spins down to the infield. I believe that's Brousseau at the 47B. We will stay under green as Brousseau is spun far enough out of the way that it doesn't pose a safety concern. What a battle at the front of this one. Andrew Hennessy taking the short way around on the bottom, but Dennis Lunger using that outside groove to perfection, really able to put the power down. He'll take the lead and immediately start to pull away from Hennessy down into turn 3. They are going to be in heavy traffic very quickly. Second place, nearly a full straightaway back, and Andrew Hennessy trailing by 4.5 seconds right now at the stripe with 11 laps complete. But it's about a full straightaway as he drives to the bottom of the racetrack, picks off a couple of cars, headed down into turn number 3. Whoa, trouble for Hoekstra in the 36. Spins it around in 4. That's going to bring out a yellow flag with 4 laps to go in this feature event.
And they are back to full song, and here down to the inside comes Brewer as he'll slip by Hennessy into position number 2. Hennessy looks back down low though.
Brewer with the big restart. Andrew Hennessy did not come up to speed all that well. Tim Richardson in the 5X. He was way crossed up in 1 and 2, and the same down in 3 and 4 with Jim Dale Jr. looking to the outside of the 5X.
Richardson on the outside of Craig Hanley. Hanley had the 4th spot momentarily, and now that is going to go away as here comes Jim Dale Jr. Now will kick Hanley out of the top 5, but Hanley digging back down deep at the bottom, makes it a 3-car race off of 4.
1 lap to go.
Here comes Dennis Lunger down the back stretch and into corner number 3. Dominant from the drop of the green flag off of corner 4, and Dennis Lunger is going to pick up the UMP Modified Canadian Modified Challenge here at Ohsweken. Cars tangled up on the backstretch. 2 more down in corner 1 with Trevor Want, Jason Dixon. Rob Hoskins and Wade Thorne were also collected on the backstretch, and we go under the caution flag here on the first lap for the mini stock feature event.
Quite a start, dropping immediately to the inside as they're making contact through 1 and 2.
Making contracts they can't keep as Rob Goulding's right in behind. They'll go 4 wide into corner number 3. Wirt will squirt away from that though, and now he gets, oh right, I thought he was going to hit the rear end of Miller's machine, but they somehow all make it out of 4.
And you could see he had the car loose, hard on the gas, and then the back end bit and sent the nose up the racetrack. I'm struggling to find my words tonight, Greg. There's just too much excitement.
Out in front, here comes the challenge for the lead. Kyle Wirt's got it wound up on the outside line. He'll drop alongside, door to door with Cole Hardy into 3.
Hardy's making good speed on the bottom. Kyle Wirt has been making good speed all season long in that green and white number 19. Halfway through this mini stock feature, Kyle Wirt, the new leader.
Sarantakos right now in that 3rd spot. And now Kyle Wirt goes straight up into corner number 2, into the hay bale. Something breaks on car number 19, and our point leader has troubles and brings us under the caution flag. And here comes Kyle Wirt. He's back out on the track, still on the lead lap and in contention. And if anyone can come back with 7 laps left to go, it's that guy.
7 laps. He's only got to pass 3 cars every lap.
Something just exploded down in corners 1 and 2 all over the track.
Somebody lost their igloo cooler in 1 and 2, and it absolutely erupted.
Body panels all over the place down in 1 and 2.
It'll be like a ticker tape parade as the field runs through it and picks it up. What on earth? Did someone drop their homework? White flag is out.
Final time around for Dusty DeBoer. Wade Thorne right now holds down 2nd. The fight is for the 3rd spot. Who will make it onto the podium and down to Mr. Transmission Victory Lane? Cole Hardy has a nose ahead of Tim DeBoer down the backstretch.
Yeah, Hardy with a nice run down the backstretch on the inside, trying to challenge Wade Thorne. Thorne going to slide up in front of DeBoer. The win goes to Dusty DeBoer, second place to Thorne. Cole Hardy rounds out the top three.
We're down to complete the first lap here in this late model feature event with Brad Rayner out in front and Kyle Lozon on the outside line. Remember him from qualifying earlier on. That car was wicked loose. It still is, but it makes it super fast for him here on this 3/8 mile clay oval.
Lozon up on the outside, but boy, oh boy, not enough racetrack for him to work with there. Brad Rayner continuing to lead the way with Sam Panaccio working his way up there. This is a four-car battle at the front of the field because Greg Graham is right there in the mix as well.
And right up into the top six now, Charlie Sandercock. Now Kyle Lozon goes right around in front of the top cars. The caution flag will fly, and somehow no one hit the 66. Tell you what, there's a show going on in the back of the back as Kyle Lozon, who was just cause of that caution, is flying by cars around the back of the pack. But meanwhile, at the front, it's Panaccio distancing himself from Graham. And then Greg Haskell shoots by a three-wide battle past Pitts into the third spot. Now works to the outside of Graham in 3 and 4.
Well, Greg Haskell was dominant in winning his heat race earlier on tonight. And I believe if he can get some open racetrack, we're going to see something pretty impressive out of Haskell. But Sam Panaccio able to keep him behind for now.
And we are back up to full song.
Problems in turn 4. We got a couple together. I believe that's Jay Liverance in the 911. In fact, there's three. Is that 2 cars or 3 cars? Yeah, 3. Ken Winfield in the 82.
Once again, Kyle Sopaz looks to that outside line and tries to get a run on Rob Pitts right in front of him.
The other driver up on the outside looking for racing room is Tyler Lozon in that 66. And he gets his momentum squashed as he just about gets in the back end to Rob Lettingham in the 19. Out in front, Panaccio continues to lead the way. He'll head to the outside. Craig Graham running the middle of the track, then he'll drop to the bottom coming off the corner. Drag race to the line as Panaccio by a nose.
Now they go into corner number 1 with lap traffic right in front. Brent Colby is right there in front of the leaders, and Craig Graham's going to use that car as a pick as he goes down to the bottom side, but Panaccio makes his way through, threads the needle. Graham says, how do you do? Gets off of corner 4 through the lap cars. Greg Haskell won't, and now he will spin on the exit of corner 4. The caution flag will come out.
Back under green, the field down in 1 and 2. Panaccio running a higher line. That allows Craig Graham around the inside. Kyle Sopaz, whoa, one on its roof in 1 and 2.
CJ Field upside down in corner number 2. That will bring us under the red flag. Green flag back up. And here comes Kyle Sopaz on the outside. As they work down the backstretch, give Kyle Sopaz the 2nd spot.
And don't look now, but Tyler Lozon is flying on the outside.
Yeah, he has done a lot of work tonight to get back to where he is. Oh, gets down into the 05 of Mike Lewis. I don't know how they didn't wreck down in 1.
They tried a couple of times. How about Kyle Sopaz looks into the outside of Panaccio for the lead off of turn number 2.
Here they go down the backstretch. He tucks back in line now. Which lane will he pick in corner number 3? Stays up on the top shelf with Panaccio down on the bottom. White flag is out. Sopaz rockets around the outside. What a pass.
Almost like he was waiting for this last lap to make his move on the outside. Panaccio back to the bottom to challenge back to the lead.
Door to door down in corner number 3. Can Kyle Sopaz do it again? Off of corner 4 they come. He rides the outside and will pick up the win. Kyle Sopaz beats Sam Panaccio at the line.
Green is out with McDeman leading into turn number 1, but Christopher Bell takes the lead off of 2, and I think almost squeezed DeMann into the outside wall on the backstretch. We've got one over Josh Hansen in the 88.8. Well, that'll bring out the red flag immediately.
Back under the green. Let's see if 3rd time is the charm. Dylan Westbrook rockets around the outside. He'll shoot by McDeman into the top spot.
Deep in the field, they are 2 wide, 3 wide. Everyone looking for racetrack, but Dylan Westbrook going to lead lap number 1.
Wow, Jim Hoopinen got a big wheel stand down in corner number 4 as the side panel, the top wing disintegrates for Dylan Westbrook. He's out there riding around, but the left side panel is gone.
You don't see that very often in these race cars, particularly not One prepared out of the Dylan Westbrook stable, the Hills Racing team. As McTaman goes by on the inside, he'll take the lead. Christopher Bell into second.
I don't think I'd want to be trailing Dylan Westbrook right now with that flapping around. Catch that in a minute. As they come around through 1 and 2, McTaman leads. Christopher Bell in the second spot. Rico Abreu up in third, and Dylan Westbrook still charging hard in fourth. Meanwhile, at the front, here comes Christopher Bell. Took a look at McTaman, couldn't get the run.
No, he had to check up coming off of turn number 2, but Christopher Bell up there pounding the cushion in that 67 machine down into turn 1.
Bell goes by McTaman. Leaves the bottom open. DeMann will shoot back down to the inside and go wheel to wheel down into 3. It's Christopher Bell in the highlight man. McTaman who gets caught up behind Tom Hoopin in the lap car.
Christopher Bell with nowhere to go. Remember, this is a long race, 30 laps the distance. Christopher Bell about 6 car lengths behind our leader, McTaman.
And he closes that gap in a hurry. Around the outside of corner number 2, Christopher Bell to the top of the scoring pylon as he gets by the highlight man. Heavy into traffic now, though. Go the leaders. How will Christopher Bell play it? He goes on to the outside of Denny Peebles and Linton Jeffrey. Oh, close call up in corner 2. He gets around Peebles.
Man, oh man, Christopher Bell was committed to that high side. Now Rico Abreu well around McTaman in the 17X for the second spot, but he's got about half a dozen lap cars between himself and the race leader. Whoa, Christopher Bell off the racetrack in 1 and 2.
I don't know what went wrong with that car, but it is come to a stop. The entry of the pit lane, and what looked like might have been an easy win here for Christopher Bell has come to an end.
Across the stripe we go. Rico Abreu out in front, and he has pulled away immediately on McTaman in the 17.
McTaman on the outside of Steve Poirier holds down that second spot. Also up into the mix is Tony Stewart as he works with Scott Kruger to the outside of him down the backstretch.
White flag flies for Rico Abreu. He's got a couple of lap cars ahead of him and a half a straightaway back to Steve Poirier.
Down the backstretch he goes the final time into corner number 3. We'll work it around some lap traffic. And the checkered flag is first visit Dodge Lincoln Speedway is a checkered flag. Rico Abreu will win night number 1 of the Northern Summer Nationals.